Hello and welcome to Easyish English, the podcast for learners who want to speak English with more confidence and joy. I'm Maury, and I'm here to help you speak English more naturally, step by step, day by day. I'll be speaking slowly and clearly, so you can follow along and repeat after me. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something very simple but incredibly powerful: how to practice English every single day. Even if your life is busy, even if you feel shy, and even if you don't live in an English-speaking country. A lot of people think they need to move to the UK or America to speak English well. But that's simply not true. You don't need to live in London. You don't need a native speaker next to you. You don't need to study for hours every night. What you need are small, smart steps. Steps that are easy to repeat. Steps that fit into your daily life. And steps that help you feel more comfortable, more natural, and more confident using English. So, let's get started. Let's begin with a simple question. What is shadowing? Maybe you have heard the word before, or maybe you haven't. Either way, shadowing is one of the best techniques out there to improve your speaking and listening at the same time. It's simple and incredibly powerful. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speaking English like me right now, and you try to repeat exactly what they say. You don't stop. You don't translate in your head. You don't reach for a dictionary. You just copy the sound like an echo. Try to say the words at the same speed, with the same tone and the same rhythm as the speaker. Let's try it together. I'll say a sentence, and you repeat after me. I want to speak English fluently. Now you repeat. I listen to English every day. Now you repeat. Shadowing helps me speak better. Now you repeat. Great job. That's it. That's shadowing. At first, it might feel a little strange. You may not catch everything you hear, and that's completely fine. Shadowing isn't about understanding every single word. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together in English. It gets your ear used to how English sounds, how it flows, and how it feels in your mouth. If you do this regularly, even just 5 minutes a day, you'll start to speak faster, more clearly, and more naturally. It is a small habit with big results. Now, let's get to the main question. How can you practice English every single day? A lot of students say to me, Maury, I want to learn, but I just don't have the time. I'm always busy. I get nervous when I speak, and I don't even know where to start. I always tell them, you don't need a lot of time. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You just need to start. Let me share 5 simple but powerful ways to practice English every single day in your real life, wherever you are. Tip number 1. Listen to English every day. This is the single most important step. If you want to speak better, you have to listen more every single day. Not once a week, not only in class, but every day. Listening helps you pick up new words, trains your ear for the real rhythm of English, and helps you understand faster and more easily. It gets you used to how real people actually speak, not just the English you find in textbooks. So, how do you do it? You can listen to podcasts like this one. Listen to English music. Watch videos on YouTube. Or listen to short stories and English news made for learners. You don't need to understand every word. Just let the sounds flow into your ears. Even if you only catch 30% or 50%, it's still doing something. You can listen while you walk, clean, cook, exercise, or even while you rest. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day is enough to make a real difference. Make English your background music. Tip number 2. Shadow what you hear. Now that you're listening, the next step is to use your voice. Listening is great, but speaking is where you really grow. After you listen to a sentence or a short clip, repeat it. Copy the voice and match the rhythm. For example, I want to get better at English. Repeat. I don't understand everything, but I keep going. Repeat. I'm improving little by little. Repeat. Do this every day. Say the same sentences over and over. You'll start to notice that your speech gets smoother, your pronunciation gets clearer, and you start to feel more confident. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be practiced. Tip number 3. Think in English, one thought at a time. This is one of the biggest shifts you can make. Start thinking in English. At first, it feels hard because your brain wants to translate from your native language. However, translation slows you down and gets in the way. How do you start thinking in English? Begin with short, simple thoughts. Say them in your head. When you wake up, it's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee. When you step outside, the sky is blue. The air is cold. There's a dog over there. During your day, I'm working. I'm tired. I just want to go home. These are tiny little thoughts, but they teach your brain to connect directly to English with no translation and no delay. Later, try saying them out loud. Just whisper or speak softly. It's like having a little daily conversation with yourself in English. Tip number 4. Read aloud to train your speaking muscles. Reading silently is good, but reading aloud is even better. It gets your mouth, your tongue, and your brain all working together. Pick something short and simple. A children's book, a beginner English story, or a dialogue from a video or podcast. Read it slowly and clearly. Then read it again, a little faster. Then once more, with real expression. Pretend you're an actor. It does wonders for your pronunciation, your fluency, and your confidence. Think of it as a workout, but for your speaking muscles. Tip number 5. Use English in your daily life. Let me share something really important with you. If you want to speak English well, you shouldn't just study English. You should live with English. What do I mean by that? I mean English shouldn't just be something you do for 30 minutes on Monday night. It shouldn't only happen in a classroom or inside a textbook. It should become part of your actual, everyday life, just like your morning coffee or your favorite app. The more you see English, hear English, and use English every day, the more natural it becomes. Here are a few easy ways to actually do that, even if you're very busy. First, change your phone's language to English. You probably pick up your phone dozens of times a day, maybe 50 or 100 times. Why not turn that into learning time? When your phone is in English, you see English words every single time you open it. You'll naturally pick up words like settings, airplane mode, brightness, update, available, delete, or download. You don't have to study them. You just see them so often that your brain absorbs them. It just sticks. That's called passive learning, and it works really well. Second, keep a short diary in English every day. You don't need to write long essays. Just write 3 simple sentences about your day. Something like, "Today I went to work. I was really tired. I had 2 cups of coffee." Or, "It rained this morning. I stayed home. I watched an English video." It's great practice for building simple sentence structure and using real vocabulary from your everyday life. If you do this each night for just 5 minutes, you'll be surprised how quickly you improve. Use a small notebook or just your phone. You could even write to a friend who's also learning English and take turns writing back. Third, record a 1-minute voice message every day. This one is honestly one of my favorites. At the end of your day, take out your phone and record yourself speaking. Just talk for 1 minute about your day, your plans, how you're feeling, or something new you learned. For example, "Today was a busy one. I had a meeting in the morning. I made lunch for the family. And in the evening, I watched a short English video." It's totally fine if you make mistakes. Nobody else has to hear it. This is just for you. When you play it back, you actually learn. You hear your own pronunciation, catch your grammar slips, and start to notice your most common mistakes so you can work on them next time. It builds confidence, fluency, and real self-awareness. Fourth, join an English-speaking community online. You don't need to wait for a classroom. There are English learners just like you online right now. Join a WhatsApp group, find a Telegram channel, try platforms like Tandem, or look for Facebook groups for English learners. You can send short text messages, share voice notes, and ask and answer each other's questions. Even just reading what other learners write is helpful. It makes English feel alive. It becomes something you do to connect, not just a school subject. Fifth, watch short videos and repeat the sentences. TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are packed with short, simple English videos. Pick a topic you enjoy: travel, food, everyday life, funny clips, anything that keeps you interested. Watch it 2 or 3 times, then hit pause and repeat the sentences you hear. Try to copy the speaker, the way they talk, their tone, and their pace. Even if the clip is only 20 seconds long, that's perfectly fine. It's a fun, easy way to hear how English is really spoken. Conclusion: using English in your daily life really isn't that hard, and it doesn't take much time. You don't need a teacher for any of this. Here's the real secret: turn the small things you already do into English practice. Instead of saying "good morning" in your own language, say "good morning." Instead of writing your to-do list in your native language, try writing it in English. Instead of watching 5 minutes of TV in your own language, flip it and watch 5 minutes in English instead. These little shifts add up. They build strong habits, and strong habits create confident English speakers. So here's what I want you to remember. Make English part of your life. Let it live in your phone, your journal, your thoughts, and your voice. Let it be part of who you are, not just something you study. When you do that, English stops feeling like homework. It starts to feel like something you live with, and that's when real fluency begins. See you next time.